Oh hey, my name's TENDO, and we do a lot of thrifting around here. And I mean a ton. We hashtag thrift every day, been saying that a lot. And the last month or so worth of video, I'd been filming on my phone just to get back into that. And I liked it. There's a lot of pros and cons. Editing on a MacBook, it's nice being able to airdrop your files. But there's just not the ease of use of a GoPro and all of these attachments and stuff. So I'm gonna switch back to GoPro. I doubt you guys even notice, but you know, we do a lot of talking to the camera, whether we're driving, whether we're walking, whether we're thrifting, and these attachments just make life a lot easier. So we're gonna do a little inversion here. We can go back to doing things like this, and now we can drive and talk while being safe. And I love the ease of use of the phone, but the reality of the iPhones is, if I could afford to buy a new iPhone every year, I'd probably film with it. But after 6 to 8 months of steady use, as we all know, the battery recedes, and you know, you just don't have as much power overall, and it just makes filming harder. If I go out and film just a little bit, I come back home midday with next to no battery, and that's not ideal, especially having a kid. So GoPro it is. I know people that can't afford that iPhone every year. They buy two, one to use, one to film, which, you know, is a good investment for ease of use. But we're gonna GoPro it up. I love my GoPro attachments. These are RAM mounts with quick releases that I've adapted to them, so the camera just pops on and off. And I actually had lost these for just some time, but they were just returned to me, which is good because they're not cheap. I mean, this is probably $100+ right here. And I've got 3 or 4 of them just to put on different things. So now I can leave one in the car. But let's go to the thrift. Let's go to the antique mall. And then we'll see if there's anything else to get into. I don't know. I called a little bit of an audible on my way to where I was gonna start at. I was gonna go start at St. Vincent de Paul and just check it out. It's not been hitting for me there a lot. But honestly, I've said in several videos now, VCRs, DVD players, Blu-ray players, that's what's been selling for me. And there's a store just south of my town that has a treasure trove of them, constantly getting new ones. And I don't really even want to spend the money on them, but it's what's making money, so I'm gonna go do that. I'm gonna go do that now, or I'm gonna go see if they have any. I've been really picky about their selection before, but I'm gonna go be a little less picky and try to get some for my antique mall. Then we'll go to the antique mall, price them there. That's probably going to be the bulk of the day. I made it to this thrift store about 3 times in a row with cash on me. Didn't have to worry about it this time, as I tend to do. Forgot. But my real problem is I keep my I gotta wash my head here. I hit it last time. I keep my cards in my phone case and my ID and stuff, and then I keep my cash in a separate wallet. And I so rarely need it, I often don't leave the house with it. Today's one of those situations. Not a big deal. There's an ATM next door if I get anything. We're pretty much just here to go upstairs. There is an elevator, but I don't think it's worth it. We just do a little boop boop. Be a strong man today. What do you think, buddy? Bounding up these stairs with me real soon. That's rack mounted. How much? How much is it? This is crazy. $10 bought. That's crazy. It's the craziest thing I've ever seen. I don't think there's a single VCR. No power supply. Well, yeah, it takes a proprietary power supply. So, bamboozled. I'm glad I opened it. This is not what's on the box. It's a tape player. Dang. That's so disappointing. A rack mount CD player, man. The Tascam. I love the Tascam brand. I would have killed for that thing. It's not in there. It's so disappointing. So disappointing. I'm not exaggerating at all. This has got to be the smallest elevator I've ever been in my life. So putting this camera on my dashboard was probably a dangerous thing because it provides too many opportunities for dashboard confessional. You see what I did there? I've been thinking about a lot of things, and this does provide a good opportunity to talk about some of them. And one of them is how video games have really adapted into my adulthood life. It was a weird road to get back to them the way that I have, right? Because I started my channel more out of a realization that as a collector and somebody with a collector brain, I could collect video games and they would make me happy, and the organization of them, like a librarian, would be something I would enjoy. And that was wildly true. The earliest parts of this channel, back when I called myself Shark TENDO and had a video game focus, that was a great experience. But at that time, I was not playing video games. And to be honest with you, I tried. I would stream some Mario and some of the things I do have memories of liking, and I never really got into just playing hardcore. At that time in my life, my major motivation from playing video games was friends and family. And there's this whole great story that does exist online if you paid attention, where I was not at all into video games 1% until Fortnite. And that changed the directions of my life. But it was only because friends were playing. It had nothing to do with the merits of the game whatsoever. My brothers and I never played a video game together, all four of us whatsoever, in our entire lives until Fortnite. It was so wildly popular, we played it together. And that sparked an interest in me that honestly, you can draw a straight line to me collecting video games. And then you can draw a line from that, me getting back into Grand Theft Auto with my brother, one of my brothers. And then you can draw a line to how now, for the first time in all of my adult life, I play video games regularly. And that's a really amazing thing. It's a really weird journey. I don't play every single day. I have for a while now, but I'm back in a rhythm of playing a couple times a week now, and that's really been a sweet spot for me. And we've been streaming it, and I appreciate all you guys' support who has bought channel memberships or on Twitch has used your free Amazon Prime sub to our Twitch channel. That helps us keep these daily videos going way more than you can know. So please consider coming Sunday nights, 8:30 Eastern, and using your sub on our live show to do that. But it's a weird journey, and I'm curious if you guys wouldn't mind sharing in the comments what's your journey, if you're into video games at all, if you've got a neat explanation how you've come and gone out of it. Because back when I was collecting the video games, I had no intent to play them. And when I would try to play them, it just didn't fit my schedule. And now it does just a little bit. And actually where I'm going right now is to pick up lunch for one of my close friends. He's actually my workout buddy as well. But he's such a great example of what I'm currently in my life loving about video games, which is the community that comes around it. He's a friend of mine outside of video games, but he came in and played Fortnite with us, and he wore, this is the silliest thing, he wore a tree skin outfit in Fortnite, and immediately all my other video game friends call him Tree, and so from then on out, he's just Tree, okay? And that's an amazing thing about video game culture. Gamer tags is an amazing thing. I could never in my life again go on the internet and be anything but Tendo, or more importantly, Shark TENDO. I can't. It'll never happen. I'll never be called anything else other than that, except people like to call me Sharknado. That's a whole other thing. But I love that so much, and I love that, like, it's created more closeness with several people in my life that I was already close to, but like we have this giddy, like, I'm gonna go pick up lunch for us to eat and go back to Tree, and we're gonna sit and talk about video games inevitably, and how Battlefield was last night because the new Battle Royale mode is out. And I finally have a passion for video games in my life that I would have killed to have when I started this channel. Because I started this channel around video games and I didn't have that passion. I actually had to stumble into it years later. And things probably would have went different for me if I had the passion, but life doesn't work that way. You can't overnight create passion for something. You gotta be open to it and let the thing that you like dictate what it's gonna be in your life. And I love my video game friends. I do. I look forward to a lot of nights getting on and playing with them and having the fun that we do. So comment below what all that means to you. Because it's beginning to mean more and more to me in my life. And now I have a kid and I'm so excited to have this passion now to share with him. I'm glad I found it. I think he's gonna like Minecraft. I'm not gonna force it on him. If he doesn't, we'll swerve. I don't care what he likes, we'll do that. But you know, kids love Minecraft. You know how it is. You know how it is. It's a very rainy day, so we can't walk the dog. I'd probably still walk the dog a little bit if I didn't have JJ with me. But obviously we're not gonna subject him to that. So I'm gonna go let the dog out, pick up the torches, go talk about video games, and then hopefully still go to the antique mall if it doesn't get on too late. But otherwise, you know, still a good day. All right, Maple, no walkie. Kind of looks like you did a bad thing in there. Okay, outside, out back. Something's torn up in her cage. Come on, this way. Go, come on, let's go. Come on, outside. You gotta trick her, make you think you're going. I gotta get a towel to dry her off too. You know, I was thinking too, there's probably a universe where Dashboard Confessional is not a wildly popular band, but instead a YouTube channel where Chris Caraba drives around confessing things to his dashboard. About like half of this video is. Not that there aren't YouTube channels already like that. Not that that's what I'm trying to be or become, but it just strikes me funny. What a perfect name for a YouTube channel, Dashboard Confessionals. But instead, it's one of the greatest bands of all time. Hashtag thoughts while I don't walk the dog. Go to the bathroom. It's torta time. Little buddy's so snoozy. Your Uber Eats is here. This little guy slept the whole time we were gone. And the rain just now is what woke him up. Yote. Yote.